what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Catherine, and thank you, King Faj. Thank you very much, the Marine grads, and thank you to Ms. Catherine for the wonderful presentation of both anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for them. At this point, it is my honor to invite the Deputy Chief of Mission, Mr. David Green, to present his remarks.
Anything? Oh, there we go. All right. Great. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all my dear friends and colleagues. And thank you, Aisha, for so expertly emceeing us through the evening. Really appreciate all of our distinguished guests for joining us tonight. Ministers, governors, deputies, leaders and members of the National Assembly, traditional rulers, religious leaders, members of the diplomatic corps, of course, members of the media, and all the other distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are with us tonight. Thank you very much for being with us to celebrate this 248th anniversary of the United States independence. For those that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting previously, I am David Green, the Deputy Chief of Mission, and I welcome you to our celebration. I'm so grateful that you could all join us. I won't speak long, I promise. But on an occasion such as this, it is an opportunity to take a quick look at the state of our two nations' ties, particularly given the incredible momentum in the U.S.-Nigeria relationship. Our bond has always been strong, but lately it feels like we're really sprinting forward together. In addition to all the things that we do every day to make Nigerians and Americans more secure, more healthy, more prosperous, we've seen a visit from Secretary of State Blinken, the holding of the Binational Commission, led by Deputy Secretary of State Campbell and Foreign Minister Tugar, and the Foreign Minister's follow-up visit to the United States. It's been a whirlwind in the best way. And when it comes to people-to-people ties, which is truly the bedrock of this relationship, especially given the 700,000-strong Nigerian diaspora in the United States, we're excited to welcome the President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement, which includes 2 members of Nigerian origin, later this month to Abuja. This visit shows the depth of the connections between our two nations, ties that transcend our government-to-government relationship and go to the very heart of our communities, which is to say our people. So just to emphasize how much we have to celebrate tonight. So let me just take a moment to thank all of you in attendance for your friendship, your partnership, whether in health, business, security, or power, what have you. And of course, I thank the Nigerian government for their strong partnership as we deepen and expand our ties. Ambassador Olisa of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, thank you very much for joining us tonight. You have been a steadfast friend of the United States and of the Embassy, and a linchpin of the Binational Commission, which would not have succeeded without your assiduous efforts. So we thank you very much for joining us tonight. Please, won't you come to the stage and say a few words?
The Internet Affairs, David Green, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The bilateral relations between Nigeria and the United States of America has come a very long way, and we have nurtured it over the years with various cooperations that have strengthened our ties together. Since our independence, we have been two nations that have continued to wax its friendship, its bond, and its cooperation very tightly. One of the major things that happened this year was the Nigeria-US binational, and it was a testament of how important our cordial relationship was. The Secretary of State had just left Nigeria not too long ago, and to ensure that we had a smooth running, the Deputy Secretary of State, who had just been confirmed, hurried up to Nigeria to ensure that we had a very successful binational. We are grateful. We have not taken that for granted. And just as we were completing that binational, we had several agreements that we had to look into. We had several cooperation that we strengthened. We also looked security, AGOA, very key to the African nation and very key to Nigeria. We are looking at strengthening the security bond between us. We are thankful for all the security cooperation that we've received, and we know that there are many more that we are expecting. We are also grateful that with the Ministry of Health, we've been able to get some collaborations as well in all the 8 programs that have been going on. But most especially, the trip could not have ended with a follow-up by His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Tuga, to DC to follow up on all the various agendas that we had put in place. I must tell you, the trip to DC was not a walk in the park. We had to run through Congress, all through the places, and we were welcomed. And that is the bond of friendship. As we welcome also the incoming ambassador, we know he's going to have a wonderful time here. But I must say, most especially, is that as Nigerians, we are a people that have always understood the importance of nationhood. Nationhood is key to us, and for that, our security cannot be taken for granted. So I wish you all a very fruitful celebration, and we join you to say Happy Independence.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Olisa, for those kind words, and to Foreign Minister, His Excellency Minister Tugar, for his support and strong attention to this relationship, and we appreciate your representing him tonight. Now, I have one last item to address, if I may have your attention for a moment. While it has been a great honor for me to have led this mission over the course of the last year, I'm especially delighted that at this Independence Day celebration that I can welcome our incoming ambassador, Ambassador Rick Mills, who just arrived last weekend. We look forward to the presentation of his credentials shortly. But Ambassador Mills, welcome to Nigeria, and if you would care to make a remark and a toast.
Hello, everybody. I can't hear you. You are very welcome. Thank you, David. And thank you, Ambassador Olisa, for those gracious remarks. And my thanks to all of you for joining us tonight at this event to celebrate America's Independence Day. Before I offer a toast, Can you all join me once again in expressing your appreciation to the singer of the two anthems tonight? Catherine did a wonderful job. As I settle into Abuja and into my role as the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, the 22nd U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, I look forward to meeting with many of you to hear your views on U.S.-Nigerian relations and how we working together can strengthen it. The United States and Nigeria are two proud federal republics, two republics that share a commitment to democracy, to freedom, and to the belief that it was expressed in the U.S. Declaration of Independence 248 years ago and is still true, that every citizen of Nigeria and of the United States has the right to life, to liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I ask now, Ambassador, David, and all of you to please join me in a toast to the friendship between the U.S. and Nigeria. A toast. Thank you all. I look forward to meeting many of you later on this evening. And David, back to you.
Thank you, Ambassador Mills. Welcome again. Thank you, Ambassador Elisa, again for your kind words and for joining us tonight. Before I turn this evening back to our MC, I want to thank the extraordinary embassy team that pulled together this stellar evening, including especially Catherine for her rendition of the anthems, but to everyone who was part of organizing this evening. It was no small feat, and the Ambassador and I thank you. And I, of course, want to thank the many sponsors, U.S. and Nigerian companies that have made this evening possible with their generous contributions to the mission. I guess the party's getting started, the lights are already out. So thank you all again for joining us. I wish you a lovely celebration. Happy Independence Day. And back to you, Aisha.
Thank you very much, David. Tonight, we have very wonderful artists lined up to entertain you. One of them is a legend. I'll save his name for last, but I bet you wouldn't want to miss this performance. So as we all wine and dine and network, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call our first act tonight. The next performance will be performed by Gerald Eze. Gerald Eze is a research fellow too at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka in Anambra State. As a multi-instrumentalist in both Western and Igbo instruments, he has performed and lectured around the world